Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. Sort of having a bad hair day, whatever's left of it. But what you see on the table here is a carburetor. And let me show you what it goes on. It goes on my tractor. Okay, I finally have an open window to cut some hay, and somehow this thing is starving fuel, and they don't have a fuel filter, they only have a fuel bowl, right? Carburetor goes right here by the dynamo, and this is water fuel separator. It's not a filter, but normally sediment sits down here, and for some reason I'm starving fuel, so they're known to get dirt and stuff into the fuel bowl. Need a hammer. Crack this open. I don't want to tear the gasket. And what's holding on? The gasket. And I don't want to spark a fire either. Oh, lucky me. Okay, so the problem is probably in here. Gotta take this out, and it looks like it's been out before. And that is a 3/8, I'm guessing, 7/16, 3/8, 3/8. Yep, 3/8. Normally that's where the gunk. Can you see properly from there? Okay, so this is a Massey Ferguson 135, right? And I'll bring you in closer. See that? That's the main metering valve, okay? It goes into a little bowl which is connected to the fuel bowl, okay? So at the bottom of that, where that is, that valve right there, normally there's sediment, rust, or anything else that might accumulate in there, and it gets sucked in and it controls, it blocks the fuel. It stops the fuel from getting in. So, or to atomize, sorry. So I'm just gonna take this out. And normally on these old carburetors, everything's made out of brass because it doesn't create a spark if you scratch it or you rub it up against something. Okay, so now it's loose. Okay, I'm going to blow this out. I'm going to take a look in there, see if there's any gunk. See, I can't get a clear view for you in there. This seems clean though. There's nothing in there. But nonetheless, if it's not in the carburetor itself, okay, it's gonna be in the fuel delivery system. Now there's a jet here. This is the main, the idle. Nothing sloshing around in there, so the floats are good. Okay. Now let's see about this. This is the needle valve, and it seems okay. So once again, I'm going to blow these out, and then we'll take it from there. First, I'm just going to put some carburetor cleaner in there. Let that soak for a minute. And that thing's pure. Well, I was right, I don't. So all I'm doing right now is hooking up the rod to the governor. This is what controls the engine RPM under load. And all I need is a small bend. So, I'm gonna turn on the fuel. Fuel's over here. So I'm just gonna do, there's no water in there, so drain cock, that's where my finger is. Or the on switch. There. So, I'm going to clean up some of this mess. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Carburetor's on, where the fuel is. Everything was put back on. Everything's hooked up. Everything's tightened up. Let's see if she starts. sometimes you can end up putting parts and parts and parts until you get it right. That costs money. Always start with the basics. Spark, compression, and fuel, and air. Right? So the air filter, is nothing wrong with it. It's not clogged. It's not running rich. And I just replaced it last year, and I haven't been in rough conditions or dusty conditions, right? And last year I replaced this coil. Don't go aftermarket on the M30, on the Massey Ferguson 135. I went aftermarket, and I filled 3 coils till I finally went and got the one from Massey Ferguson, and it was cheaper at Massey Ferguson. The ignition coil. This is a 1968 Continental engine, and I replaced the distributor, the knob, the condenser, plugs, the wires, and I'm getting this condition, right? So there's only so much you can do to try to avoid the inevitable, right? Alright, I'm doing a wet and dry. Okay, I've already done the dry. I'll put oil down the cylinder a little bit to give it some compression, better compression. And now I'm doing a wet compression test. 100 pounds. Couple of days have gone by, if not a week, and I'm still working on this Massey Ferguson. I can't figure out what's going on. You start it up, if it actually takes, it races up and then goes down and then stops. And it'll do that. You have to crank it like 20 times, and all of a sudden it start, goes up, stops again. Well, somebody told me to check the fire. So alright, so I'm checking the fire. I put a brand new coil on it, which there was nothing wrong with the old one, come to find out. And the points seem to be activated, but they also said take the distributor off and check if the pin's coming out of the gear at the end, and if the bushings are gone inside, that's messing around with the points, like the point gap. If the shaft is wobbly, you're not getting the right gap on your shaft, and it's wonky. Okay, so I found top dead center, and I marked everything with a black felt marker. There's no markings. I had to follow the piston and have somebody crank it over so I could find top dead center on number 1. And now I'm going to remove it and see what's going on. So I have to remove the connection, and I'm going to check something out right off the bat. Okay, I've got it on diode checker, so it should peep if I got continuity. Okay. Over here. Okay, so if I touch here, and I'm not grounding off to the casing, so this bushing is good. It's a rubber grommet to keep this from touching the housing and causing it to malfunction. this is lining up with that. And I have it marked down here. So what I'm feeling now is the advanced timing going off under here. If I remove this, I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can see this or not. If I hold the bottom of the shaft and I twist this, you can see the cams rolling. This is loose up and down, but it's not coming out. And there isn't a whole lot of slop in it. And what I mean by slop, if I put a dial indicator on this, it's solid as a rock, so the bushings in here are good. It's not loose. Okay. Maybe they've misadjusted. And what I mean by that is maybe the cam's not actually lifting up or opening up. If it wore out, it's not doing its job. So I'm going to tighten this up again. And I'm going to adjust the gap on the points. And we'll see if that helps. Alright, fingers crossed. See if this thing fires up. Okay, so the key is on. There's no battery post on it. Here. Okay, so I should have power over here. Put it on volts, 20 volts. Like this. Got battery voltage. Nothing, because the switch is off. Switch is on. 12 volts. Points are open, so I should have 0. Which I have 0. Okay. I'm going to turn on the fuel. See what happens. This is in neutral. This thing's going to go flying off. Now, like I said, it's in open here, but it's going this way. installed on it. So the tractor starts now, but it races up and stops. And maybe it's the rotor button, I don't know. It was brand new, put it on last year. It didn't start before, now it starts. Who knows? But I did get a carburetor kit because I know this one is old. And as far as getting a carburetor for this, maybe I can, but this was sort of puzzling me. This wasn't visible when you get the carburetor kit, so I opted for when you buy a carburetor, you can get these on Amazon, right? And it's actually cheaper than the kit. But I opted for this because I wasn't sure that when I saw this, you can't remove this on the choke, but you can remove the screws in here and pull out the rod. So that's that. So this is the kit. And there's 3 possible carburetors available for this. There's the Type A fixed jet, the adjustable jet, and the C adjustable jet. I believe I have this one, Type B adjustable jet. Okay. This one is for the adjustable jet. It's here, and then there's another one here. This bag was open, so I'm sort of wondering if everything's in here. This has a screen in it. I never thought of taking this off and looking inside to see if something was there. So I didn't want to take more stuff off of it than I had to. Okay. I'm going to start off by taking this main cover off. I need the air horn. Okay. Let's remove the air horn. And this should be clean. So I got some brake clean or carburetor cleaner. I'm going to spray it outside and take the air hose to it before I actually start taking it apart. Okay, so I put the carburetor back on, and I had to remove this one, the screen, for the old one because it wouldn't want to thread on there, because this is a piece I made and it has 0 tolerance. It fits in there and that's it, only because it has wear and tear. I'm gonna check something out. This is supposed to be 1 turn, half, 1, and I believe this is 1 turn as well. The idle jet. Okay, 1 turn and 1 turn. That's what they ask for. And let's turn it over and see what happens. Okay. The sun's right in my screenshot. Okay, so let's turn it over. Fuel is open. I have no idea what's going on. The timing was adjusted. Is that a burnt valve? Carburetor done, the gas has been cleaned, new fresh gasoline, everything, pipes blown out. And over here, the gasoline is clean, no water in it, brand new coil, brand new rotor, brand new distributor, the shaft was good, and it's still doing it. I had a 90 dry, the compression was 90, 90, 85, 90. Wet, it was 95, 95, 90, 95. So number 3 had 5 psi difference. It just doesn't want to run. If somebody's had the same problem before and this sounds familiar, leave a comment. Please leave a comment. So if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.